tell us what happens after you boil off the maple syrup?
Okay, when we're all done out here, then, like I said earlier, we'll take and we'll pour this off through some filters, and that takes out any debris that might get in while we're out here cooking it, and any of the little crispy sugars that are around the perimeter of the pan. And I'll take it in house, and what I like to do is I like to leave it out here until it's about 50% water, and then I'll take it in the house, put it on the stove, and I'll start boiling it in there. And I've got a thermometer that I put into the syrup as it's boiling, and it'll come up to boiling temperature, and it'll stay at that temperature until all the water is driven off. And that's about at 211, 212 degrees. And then when it starts getting into the finishing process, I like to bring the temperature up to about 218 or 219 degrees. And what that's doing then is it's taking that syrup that tends to be rather, runny and rather liquidy, yet it starts to make it thicker, and it's bringing the sugar level up. And then I use a hydrometer, and I'll check to see what Brix level, and Brix is the quantity of sugar or the percent sugars that are in your syrup, and you like to get that up to about 66 Brix, which means it's about 66% sugar. Excuse me, about 32 Brix. And then what I'll do is I'll take that syrup and I'll pour it off and put it in the refrigerator. And my process is to let that syrup sit for 4 to 6 weeks. And what happens then is that when you go through that finishing process, you're creating what's called sugar sand. And that's just a sediment that will form down on the bottom of the syrup. And by letting that syrup sit for that 4 to 6 weeks, all of that sugar sand will settle down in the bottom of your storage container. And then after that time, I'll take it out of the refrigerator and I'll put it back on the stove and heat it up to about 165, 170 degrees, and then I'll bottle it. And that syrup will be good in the bottle well beyond a year. I've had some syrup that's been in the bottle for 2 years and it's tasted perfectly fine. And that's it.